Great Mondays is the idea under which all of this lays. So my agency in the Bay Area is Great Mondays. We do culture design for technology and social enterprise. It also happens to be the name of my new book, available now. And for you designers out there, I was not going to let a book come out under my name that was not completely and utterly the most designed and pain in the ass design book that McGraw-Hill Education ever had. But I told them that going into it, and they signed up for it. So lots of amazing, cool exercises and whatnot in here. I even have a sneaky secret poster, so don't wait for the soft cover copy. Get the hardcover copy so you get the poster along with it. So what I want to do this morning is tell you why culture has sort of popped up. I thought about it 10 years ago. When I launched Great Mondays, I was like, I got it. I had this vision, and I said, I got it. I know what I'm going to do. Hey, everybody, culture is where I'm at. And they said, ballet? And I said, shit. All right, I'll do brand strategy. That's fine. But I still believed in it really, really passionately. And that's kind of the idea, right? So to me, what is happening? Like, why now are we talking about company culture? Why are finally people going, oh yeah, that's important? And it's because the state of business, right? Like, shit is crazy now. And I'll tell you why. The speed, the sheer speed, the way things work, it's going faster and faster and faster, right? We're checking our emails all the time. We're trying to be more productive. We're getting all the productivity tips from all the amazing people out there. And financial transactions are faster, and just everything is moving so much faster, right? And what that has brought us to is this idea of VUCA. We're living in a VUCA world. Has anybody ever heard of VUCA? VUCA is a military term. That's not the way they write it. I wrote it like this. Volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. This was the state of warfare right after the Cold War. The military realized that in order to actually be effective, they no longer could rely on the command and control style of leadership. They had to give people authority in the field to make those decisions, because this is what was happening. It took too long to go back to up the chain of command and then back down. So there was just there's too much going on. I didn't know what was happening. And it's ambiguous, and I can't be sure, and it's complex, and it's not hard to imagine and understand that this is the state of business. This is why people are struggling. Leaders are struggling with innovation, right? This is why businesses cannot get a handle on the competition. It's moving too quickly. When startups steal share in the middle of the night, and the latest enterprise organization has acquired your competitor, so that now you're no longer the leader, but you're the small fish, how do you deal with that? What's happened is that it's not that culture just showed up. It just didn't happen very often, or culture change didn't happen very often. Previously, when something changed, the market shifted, or we wanted to launch a new product, we had to have this moment of a reorg, right? And we hired a large consulting firm to come in and to say, okay, we're going to have this thing, and we're going to do a new map of where everybody sits, and we're going to reorganize and do all these things. And that was the culture change. But now it's so frequent because of VUCA, it's a constant. It's happening all the time. And that's the big shift. That's what's happening. That's the way businesses are trying to react to VUCA world. let's back up a second and define what is culture, because this was the big question I had when I first got into it. Okay, culture's it. Wait, what is culture? It's really fuzzy, this concept. So there's a couple definitions. We've got the beliefs, customs, arts of a particular society, group, or place. The sort of beliefs, ways of life, a way of thinking, behaving. Some people will say what you do when no one's looking. These are all fine. These are all fine. For me, it's the cause and effect of every decision that we make. Cause and effect of every decision that we make in business. I'll put it as a caveat since that's what we're talking about. And the reason why I've planted my flag here is because it illuminates the fact that culture is part of everything. Culture, I argue, is the only sustainable competitive advantage in business. You can replicate your competition's products. You can hire the best designers. You can find the best recruiter to get you talent. You can innovate the crap out of something, but that doesn't matter because what are you going to try to do? You're going to try to sue everybody for IP? Who cares if you win? By the time you're done with that, it's old news. They're just going to innovate around you. They're just going to do the new thing. Culture is how we succeed in business in the 21st century. In fact, culture is unique to each organization. Maybe you've read the book about Google's culture, but there ain't no way that even if you tried to implement Google's culture here or at your company, that it would A, make sense, or B, work. Culture can't be stolen. It can't be copied. It's unique to each organization, infinitely unique. That's why I find it so powerful. And that's why I think it is the business tool that we need to master. And being a designer, I think about it in a, capital D design kind of way. We can be creative. We can be thoughtful. We can really do unique and differentiated programs to really bring the organization up to the next level. Because ultimately what we have when we have a great culture is not only something that's going to boost the bottom line, is going to improve the customer experience, but for the first time, we have a competitive advantage that actually is beneficial for the employee. Think about that, right? When you think about other competitive advantages, quality assurance, or speed to market, even innovation, I don't think necessarily the employee is going to get hurt unless the assembly line's going too fast. But this is explicitly about elevating the way people are in the world. This is why I'm so passionate about it. Because 10 years ago, when I had this moment of realization, I thought, what is it I want to do with my life? I want to help more people be more fulfilled. And while I could have gone and trained to be an outward bound leader or something like that, I decided that business was really where I wanted to have the most impact. And if we're spending more waking hours with our business colleagues than our family, it better be doing something that we love. And that's why it's the responsibility of businesses to elevate culture and to elevate the people that work there. Because I think businesses can be a force for good. And they can be a force for good. Yes, we can talk about B Corps. That's awesome. Yes, we can talk about social entrepreneurship. But ultimately, it comes down to the individual. How can we, as managers, as business leaders, CEOs, executives, and coworkers, humans, actually improve the lives of other people? It's through the tool of culture. That's how we're going to make the biggest difference. Because if you're fulfilled at work, you have a much greater chance of being happy in life.